Jitasi.
Yeah.
First canto.
Okay, good Maharaj. I get the book.
Yeah, give it a...
You can, English is okay, right?
Yeah.
You're Swiss, is it?
No, I'm from Romania.
From Romania?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you go to temple there in Romania?
No, actually no. I was introduced to Krishna consciousness last year and
Here?
moved to Switzerland. I went to Govardhan Eco Village.
Oh, really? Oh, you went to
Last year.
India?
Yeah, I went to India, and
Oh.
that's where I was introduced to Krishna consciousness.
Wow. Govardhan Eco Village.
Yes.
How long were you there?
1 month.
1 month?
Yes.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I did a yoga teacher course and
Yoga teacher's course.
Yes.
Are you a yoga teacher?
Yeah, but yeah, I don't practice so much anymore actually.
You're not teaching?
No.
So many people are asking here for yoga.
Really?
Yes, they want yoga. Yes.
Yeah,
can-
I was like starting to teach when I was in, because I lived in Zurich before, but then I did it for free, but not so many people showed up. It was mostly in the art group we did, but yeah, maybe.
You shouldn't do it for free.
Yeah.
For free, nobody.
Here
don't
they
teach.
charge 30 francs per yoga class. In the Park Bulio.
Oh, really?
7 people join.
Yeah, I thought that maybe it's more welcoming
No,
for
no.
everybody.
As Guru Maharaj said, yes, you have to take
Yeah,
to put some.
I know also other places also, it's like anything free, they don't take it serious.
Yeah,
You gotta
right.
charge for it. So that's what you should do, you should charge.
Thank you.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam.
Narayanam Namaskrityam.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Devim Sarasatim Vyasam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudirayat.
To Jayamudiraet.
Nasta Prayeshu Vabhadreshu.
Yasya praveshu abhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke.
Bhagavati Uttama Sloke.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki.
We're reading the Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 8, text number 23. Chapter 8 is entitled Prayers by Queen Kunti. Yata Rishikesha Kalena Devaki.
Yata Rishikesha Kalena Devaki.
Kamsena Rudati Charam Suchapita.
Kamsena Rudati Charam Suchapita.
Vimochitaham cha samatmaja vibho.
Vimochitam sa sahat mahaviho.
Tyayeva natena mahor vipadganat.
Taiveva natena muhur vipadganat.
Yata Rishikesha Kalena Devaki.
Yata Rishikesha Kalena Devaki.
Kamsena rudati charam suchapita.
Kamsena rudati chiram suchapita.
Vimochitaham cha sahatmaja vibho.
Vimochitaham cha sahatmaja vibho.
Tayeva natena muhur vipadganat.
Taeva natena muhur vipadganat.
Yata rishikesha kalena devaki.
Yata rishikesha kalena devaki.
Kamsena rudati chiram suchapita.
Kamsena rudati chiram suchapita.
Vimochitaham cha sahatmaja vibho.
Vimochitaham cha sahatmaja vibho.
Tyayeva natena muhur vipadganat.
Taeva natena muhur vipadgunat.
Yata rishikesha kalena devaki.
Yata rishikesha kalena devaki.
Kamsena rudati chiram suchapita.
Kamsena rudati chiram suchapita.
Vimochitaham cha sahatmaja vibho.
Vimochitaham cha sahatmaja vibho.
Tyayeva natena muhur vipadganat.
Taeva natena muhur vipadgunat. Yata rishikesha kalena devaki.
Yata rishikesha kalena devaki.
Kamsena rudati chiram sucharpita.
Kamsena rudati chiram sucharpita.
Vimochitaham cha sahatmaja vibho.
Vimochitaham cha sahatmaja vibho.
Taeva natena muhur vipadganat.
Tyayeva natena muhur vipadganat.
Tata Hrishikesha Kalena Devaki.
Yata rishikesha kalena devaki.
Kamsena Rudati Chiram Shuchapita.
Kamsena rudati chiram sucharpita.
Vimochitaham cha sahatmaja vibho.
Vimochitaham cha sahatmaja vibho.
Tvayeva nathina muhur vipadgana.
Tyayeva natena muhur vipadganat. Would you like to chant?
Yes, I can try. Yata rishikesha kalena devaki.
Yata rishikesha kalena devaki.
Kamsena rudhati chiram sucharpita.
Kamsena rudati chiram sucharpita.
Vimochitaham cha sahatmaja vibho.
Vimochitaham cha sahatmaja vibho.
Tvayaiva natena muhur vipadganat.
Tyayeva natena muhur vipadganat. Very good. Yata,
Yata
as it were,
as it were.
Rishikesha,
Rishikesha,
the master of the senses,
the master of the senses.
Kalena,
Kalena,
by the envious,
by the envious.
Devaki,
Devaki,
Devaki, the mother of Sri Krishna,
Devaki, the mother of Sri Krishna.
Kamsena,
Kamsena,
by King Kamsa,
by King Kamsa.
Rudha,
Rudha,
imprisoned,
imprisoned.
Ati Chiram,
Ati Chiram,
for a long time,
for a long time.
Sucha Arpita,
Sucharpita,
distressed,
distressed.
Vimochita,
Vimochita,
released,
released.
aham cha, also myself,
also myself,
saha atmaja,
Sahatmaja,
along with my children,
along
with my children.
Vibho,
Vibho,
O Great One,
O Great One,
Tvaya Eva,
Vayeva,
by your Lordship,
by your Lordship,
Natena,
Natena,
as the protector,
as a protector,
Muhu,
Moho,
constantly,
constantly,
Vipat Ganat,
Vipadgana,
from a series of dangers.
from a
Series
series
of
of
dangers.
Translation. O Rishikesha, Master of the senses and Lord of lords, you have released your mother Devaki, who was long imprisoned and distressed by the envious King Kamsa, and me and my children from a series of constant dangers. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Devaki, the mother of Krishna and sister of King Kamsa, was put into prison along with her husband Vasudeva because the envious king was afraid of being killed by Devaki's eighth son, Krishna. He killed all the sons of Devaki who were born before Krishna, but Krishna escaped the danger of child slaughter because he was transferred to the house of Nanda Maharaj, Lord Krishna's foster father. Kunti Devi, along with her children, was also saved from a series of dangers. But Kunti Devi was shown far more favor because Lord Krishna did not save the other children of Devaki, whereas he saved the children of Kunti Devi. This was done because Devaki's husband Vasudeva was living, whereas Kunti Devi was a widow and there was none to help her except Krishna. The conclusion is that Krishna endows more favor to a devotee who is in greater dangers. Sometimes he puts his pure devotees in such dangers because in that condition of helplessness, the devotee becomes more attached to the Lord. The more the attachment is there for the Lord, the more success is there for the devotee. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chaksurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasati Gaur Bhaktavrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Queen Kunti is offering her prayers to Lord Krishna, and she is remembering how Lord Krishna helped her and her children. Kunti's children are the Pandavas, 5 Pandavas. So Queen Kunti and her sons, the Pandavas, they had many dangers because Dhritarashtra, who was there, Dhritarashtra was he's the uncle of the Pandavas. Dhritarashtra should have been trying to help them, but instead he wasn't helping them. And Dhritarashtra's evil son, Duryodhana, was trying in many ways to kill the Pandavas. And they arranged different things to happen. we'll hear about them in many different dangers, but all of these different dangers they were able to overcome without much trouble, because Lord Krishna was helping them. So Lord Krishna was taking care of the Pandavas. So the question comes up, why didn't Krishna help Devaki and Vasudeva? Vasudeva and Devaki were Krishna's mother and father, and they were put into prison house. They were in the prison of Kamsa in Mathura. Did you go to Mathura?
No.
No? You go to Vrindavan? No? Okay. Anyway, Krishna appeared. His birthplace was in Mathura. And there's a temple there today. And you can see also the place where it's supposed to be like a replica of the prison where Vasudeva and Devaki were. So Vasudeva and Devaki were put into prison by Devaki's own brother, Kamsa. Kamsa was a very evil person. Actually, what happened was the mother of Kamsa was raped by a demon. And the result was she gave birth to this son, Kamsa. So because the child was produced in that irreligious manner, so he was a demon. His name was Kamsa. And Kamsa was always trying to get power, and anybody who was against him, then he would have them killed. He was a very nasty person. And what happened was Kamsa was taking Devaki. Devaki got married to Vasudeva, and Kamsa was taking them home. But on their way home, there was an omen, and a voice from the sky said to Kamsa that, "Oh Kamsa, you are such a fool. The 8th child of your sister will kill you." And so when Kamsa heard this, Kamsa grabbed his sister and he was going to kill her. But Vasudeva, the husband, he pleaded with Kamsa. He told him that, you know, this is not very good. You can't kill your sister, especially when she's just been married. It's not a good thing. People will speak very badly about you. And then, but still he was going to kill her. But then Kamsa was a good politician. He promised Vasudeva was a good politician, and he promised Kamsa, he said, "We don't have any children yet, so there's no danger. But in the future, if we have children, I promise you, I will give you all the children. I'll bring them to you." And so it happened like that. That Kamsa, he put Vasudeva and Devaki, who was his own sister, he put them into the prison. And when Devaki gave birth to children, one after another, Vasudeva gave the children to Kamsa, and Kamsa killed them. And the first six children of Devaki were all killed by Kamsa. Actually, later on, Lord Krishna will bring them back. But that's a whole another story. So anyway, these 6 children of Devaki, they were actually demigods who were cursed, you see, and they had to go through this problem that they took birth from the womb of Devaki and they were killed by Kamsa. So the question is asked, why didn't Krishna protect Devaki and Vasudeva? But that Prabhupada gives the answer. He said, well, Devaki has her husband. She has her husband, Vasudeva. But Kunti was a widow. Kunti's husband, Pandu, he had left the world. And he'd gone with Madri. Actually, Pandu had 2 wives, Kunti and Madri. And so when Pandu died, Madri, she also gave up her life. She did sati. Sati means when the husband dies, the wife will enter the fire. When they burn the body of the husband, the wife will enter into the fire and go with the husband and depart with the husband. So she did like that because she said it was actually my fault that he died. She blamed herself that Pandu died. So when when his body was cremated at that time, Madri entered into the fire and gave up her own body and departed with her husband. But Madri had 2 children, and so Kunti had to bring up 5 children. Kunti had 3 children of her own, and Madri had 2 children. So 5 Pandavas, they were all in the care of Kunti, and there was no husband. And so Prabhupada says that Krishna was giving more favor to the devotee who is in danger. So Kunti and her children, they were in great danger. Of course, Vasudeva and Devaki, they were also in danger, but they have each other. You know, Devaki has her husband, Vasudeva. So Lord Krishna cared more for Kunti, because Kunti was in a more dangerous position. Her children were very young. They were just young children. And she's bringing up these children. So Lord Krishna wants to help the devotee who is in danger. And Prabhupada says that when the devotee is in danger, then they will become more attached to Krishna. So danger is actually good, because when you're in a very dangerous situation and you don't know what to do and you're helpless, then at that time we turn to Krishna and we take shelter of Lord Krishna. So the more we are attached to Krishna, that's a success for the devotee. We want to become attached to Krishna. We should know that all the dangers in the material world, they're temporary. They'll come and they go, but still we have to face them, we have to overcome all the dangers. But we should always remember that if we take shelter of Lord Krishna, then Krishna will help us to overcome the dangers. And there are many examples how the cowherd boys, you know, when they were all in the forest, the cowherd boys would go with Krishna every day in the forests of Vrindavan. Vrindavan, there are 12 forests. And so Lord Krishna was in the home of Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj is the foster father of Krishna. And he is a Vaishya. He takes care of cows. And he has a lot of cows. And Lord Krishna would go with the other cowherd boys. They'd take the cows to the forest every day. But when they would go into the forest, there would be many dangers, right? Just like one day there was a forest fire. In the summertime it gets very hot in Vrindavan. And Vrindavan is very dry, you know, very dry place, central India. And it's not far away from the Rajasthani desert. So it's very hot and dry. And when the forest gets very hot and dry, then sometimes the bamboo will rub together. And the bamboo rub together produce sparks. And the spark makes a fire. Because it's so hot, there will be many dry leaves on the ground. And the sparks from the from the bamboo, they rub together, produce some sparks, and you get a fire. You get a forest fire. Nobody did it, it just happened by nature. But like that, there would often be forest fires. And so one day the Krishna and the cowherd boys and all the cows, they were in the forest and there was a big fire. And there's a raging fire coming. So what did they do? They all turned to Krishna and they asked Krishna, oh Krishna, help us, save us. And Krishna, what did Krishna do? He told, close your eyes. And Krishna swallowed the fire, right? Krishna just swallowed the whole fire. So Krishna could do these things. Another example, was when Indra didn't get his sacrifice, Govardhan Puja. Indra was supposed to get his Indra Yagya, and Krishna didn't want Nanda Maharaj to do the Indra Yagya because he knew Indra's proud. And he thought, also these people are my devotees, the Brijbasi people, they're all devotees. They don't need to worship demigods. They don't worship people like Indra. So Lord Krishna convinced them not to do the Indra Yagya. And when Indra didn't get his Indra Yagya, he became angry. And he ordered the clouds, the Samvartaka clouds, which come at the time of the annihilation, he ordered them to go to Vrindavan and inundate Vrindavan with torrents of rain and lightning and thunder, and there was ice falling from the sky. And so all the people in Vrindavan and all the cows, they were all terrified because it became so cold and so dark, and lightning and thunder and heavy, heavy rain and ice falling from the sky. So what did they do? They came to Krishna. Oh Krishna, you're the only one. Krishna is only 7 years old. But Krishna, when he knew this was Indra, so Krishna went, he picked up the Govardhan hill. And he picked up the Govardhan hill and held it up, and then he called all, come under the hill for shelter. So there are many examples how the devotees were in danger. And they take shelter of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna protects them. Another example was Uttara. Uttara was the wife of Abhimanyu. Abhimanyu is the son of Arjuna and Subhadra, is it? Arjuna and Subhadra, son.
Yeah, yes.
Abhimanyu. So Abhimanyu was, he was fighting in the Kurukshetra war, but he got killed in the Kurukshetra war. So Uttara was left, she was pregnant. Her child was still in her womb. She had not delivered the child yet. She was carrying the child in her womb. And Ashwatthama, the son of Drona, he wanted to kill all the descendants of the Kuru dynasty. So he released the Brahmastra weapon against this child in the womb of Uttara. And Uttara, she saw the Brahmastra weapon coming, and so she saw that, she knew, oh, this weapon is coming. She said, I'm not worried about myself, but she said, don't let this weapon kill my child. And she came running to Krishna. Pahi, Pahi, Mahayogin, Deva, Deva, Jagatpate. So there's no one else but you who can protect me from all this danger. So Queen Uttara prayed to Lord Krishna, and Lord Krishna protected the child in the womb. Lord Krishna is everywhere. So he's also in the womb of Uttara. So he just expanded, he encircled the womb, protected the child in the womb. So when the Brahmastra weapon came, the child was not harmed. So this is another example how Krishna protects a devotee. So we say, Mare Krishna Rakhe Ke, Rakhe Krishna Mare Ke. If Krishna wants to kill someone, no one can save him. And if Krishna wants someone to die, nobody can save. If Krishna wants someone to live, nobody can kill him. If Krishna wants someone to die, nobody can save him. Right? So Krishna he's the supreme controller. And so we all have to become attached to Krishna. And the attachment for Krishna is the success in life. Material life means we're attached to so many things. We're attached to money, we're attached to people we love, we're attached to our property. Some people are attached to their jobs, their career, and like that. We're attached to so many things, material world. We have to change the attachment, and we have to develop attachment for Krishna. The attachment for the material is the cause of the greatest bondage. Will keep you in the material world. But if we become attached to Krishna, then we'll take you back to Godhead. So we have to learn how to develop attachment for Krishna. And that's why we have to chant every day. We have to chant, and we have to hear, and we have to worship Krishna, right? Lord Chaitanya told Lord Nityananda and Haridas Thakur to go to everyone and tell them, Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Koro Krishna Shiksha. Chant the names of Krishna and worship Krishna and read the books about Krishna. So this will help us to develop our attachment for Krishna. We're going to be attached, but if we're not attached to Krishna, we'll be attached to Maya. We'll be attached to the material world. We'll be attached to our cat, our dog. You have a dog?
No.
You have a cat?
No cat.
No cat? No? People, because human nature is such, we want to be attached to things, you see. And so we have to learn to develop the attachment for Krishna. One lady in Russia was writing to me how her daughter is growing up, and her daughter's not very cooperative with her. You know, when she was a young girl, she could bring her to the temple, but now she's a little bit older, she doesn't want to go to temple. I said, well, that's what happens, you know, people grow up, you know. Your child won't always be a child, you know. They want independence, they grow up. I said, you're attached to your daughter, but your daughter's going to grow up. She's going to go off and she's going to go away and get married and have her own family and like that, you know. So your attachment for her won't really, it will just bring you a lot of troubles. Better you become attached to Krishna. If we become attached to Krishna, then that is the greatest success in life. Krishna says, Anta kale chamameva smaran mukva kalevaram. If we can remember Krishna at the end of life, then you can go to be with Krishna. So people will say, oh well, I'll wait till the end of life. No, it's too late. Difficult at the end of life to try to think of Krishna. If you have not practiced throughout your life, so we have to practice. The sooner the better. We have to try to start thinking of Krishna and become attached to Krishna. At the end of life, then all of the things you've done throughout your life, they will all come before you and you will remember everything. So we've already wasted so many lives in the material world. We wasted many lives in the material. We've had many births, right? You don't remember your previous birth, do you? You know, we don't remember, but we've had many births. Now we have this human body, and so we're very fortunate. Take advantage of the human life to associate with devotees and become attached to Krishna. So that's the message here. And dangers, we should see dangers. Of course we don't like danger and we become very fearful in danger. When there's some danger, we're afraid. But we have to take shelter of Krishna. The danger, being put into danger, is actually Krishna's mercy. Prabhupada said Krishna puts his pure devotees in danger because then they become more attached to Krishna. So when we're in danger, we have to see that this is a blessing from Krishna, that Krishna wants us to become more attached to him. This is actually what happens in the material world. When people are in danger, then they have no one else to turn to. Then they have to turn to Krishna. Krishna is always there. He's everywhere. So in danger, we call out to Krishna Just like Draupadi, when Draupadi was the wife of the Pandavas, she had 5 husbands, but they were forced into a gambling match, and they lost Draupadi. And when they lost Draupadi, then they brought Draupadi and they wanted to rip off her sari. They wanted to disgrace her. They wanted to take away her chastity. And they thought they would do it by ripping off her sari. But when they brought her, she was calling out to her husbands, but they could not help her. They couldn't do anything. So then she surrendered to Krishna. And Krishna manifested as the unlimited sari and protected Draupadi. So Draupadi could keep her charity because she took shelter of Krishna. She thought nobody else could help her. Krishna was the only one who could help her and save her from the danger. So the same way we have to become attached to Krishna. We have to develop that attachment. So that's why our program of hearing and chanting is very important. Make it a habit to chant and to hear about Krishna, to think of Krishna. And then we can overcome all the dangers, all the obstacles in the material life. Okay, are there any questions? Yes?
Okay, so here's, how do we know like this danger? Are they from past karmas, or Krishna wants to put us in danger so we go towards him? How do we know if it's...
Well, a devotee will naturally think it's our karma, the troubles which we're going through. We'll think that this is our karma, that Krishna's put, that this is my karma, that I have to face this. But a devotee will go ahead with, will accept the difficulties, the dangers which come as being reactions due to past karma, and he'll continue to hear and chant about Krishna. You know, like it Prabhupada says here, in the danger we'll become more attached to Krishna. That's the thing. That, okay, it's my karma, I did, you know, I must have done something to deserve this. And karma is also, you could say, it's also the arrangement of Krishna. It's going on under the laws of the material nature. And material nature moves under the control of Krishna. And so Krishna rewards people in different ways. Just because we're devotees, we shouldn't think there won't be any problems or no dangers. There will be problems, there will be dangers. And we see the examples here, how Devaki and Vasudeva, they were great devotees, Krishna was their child, but their first 6 children were all killed by Kamsa. And they were in prison for a long time. And Kunti suffered a lot, and Kunti and Draupadi, she also suffered a lot. And you know, although they're devotees, they suffered a lot of difficulties. But they never gave up the shelter of Krishna. The more difficulties were there, the more they took shelter of Krishna. So yeah, the troubles come and we will think, oh, this is my karma. Yeah, but you can say it's also Krishna's arrangement. Krishna's like the judge, right? The judge, he will punish someone and he will reward someone. And so when we get punished, we should think, actually, I'm such a rascal, I deserve to suffer much more, but Krishna's just giving me a little punishment. We should think like that the punishment is reduced. So, yeah, it's karma, and karma is not eternal. Karma can also be removed by devotional service. And so we should think that if it is our karma, it's good, I'm getting rid of my karma, right? the difficulties which we go through are being removed by the karma. So we want to get rid of karma. And so sometimes you have, some karma you have to work it off, you know, and you go, okay, the troubles, the dangers which come, it's my karma. Let me get rid of it. Go through that karma.
And when we do devotional service, the karma also gets released, or?
Yeah. By devotional service, it gets removes all the karma. Just like you have an ocean of petrol, a little spark can burn up all the petrol to ashes. So all the reactions of our past, they can all be removed by a spark of devotion. It's stated like that in the scriptures. By doing devotional service, we get rid of all the past karma.
Or maybe somebody wants to ask something more.
No, you can.
When we choose, like, for example, when we choose to put ourselves in difficulties, when we do, for example, austerities, and
Well, doing austerities, yeah, that's not really difficulties. Austerities, that's we choose to do it. So it's not really difficulty. We're happy to do some austerity.
Yes, but I mean, how do we know the border? For example, if you do form too many austerities, like if you fast for several days, let's say. I also heard that too many austerities are not good for the heart because you get like a hard.
Well, we shouldn't become proud. Yeah, sometimes you can become a little proud that I'm so austere, I'm doing all these austerities, and you become a little proud about it. So you have to be careful that whatever austerities we do, it should be according to scripture. You know, so fasting, we will not fast for any material purpose. We should fast for spiritual purposes. So, like fasting, we do Ekadasi fasting. Fasting on the Ekadasi, no grains, you see. And some people do full fasting on the Ekadasi day. So that's something we do it for Krishna. So you have to do everything. Austerity, you don't do it for yourself, you do it for Krishna, for Krishna's pleasure.
And what happens if you like think that you do this for Krishna, and you kind of get attached to that sensation that I'm doing this for Krishna, you want to experience more. For example, sometimes when I fast during Ekadashi, I feel I can chant more attentively and I get like a different connection. And I thought that, oh, it was because I was fasting, because I did this austerity for Krishna, maybe I should, for example, fast over more days, or, but then you kind of lose the pace.
Yes, certainly, when you, the purpose of fasting is to increase our hearing and chanting, that we'll have more time to hear and chant. The purpose of fasting is not, you know, it's not just to be austere, but it's to give us more time to hear and chant and to worship Krishna. So that our thinking should be more like that I want to please Krishna. So if you're fasting on Ekadasi, yeah, you get more opportunity to chant. We do more chanting on Ekadasi. Prabhupada told us we should try to chant 25 rounds on Ekadasi.
25.
Yeah, 25. And so, not so many, you know, but try to chant more on Ekadasi. When you're fasting, then you don't have to worry so much about cooking and eating and stuff like that.
Yeah, I also feel it's more better for the mind, because otherwise you think, oh, I would have to eat, but then you can just focus your attention, okay, today I'm not eating anyway, so the mind doesn't
mind, when you don't eat, you don't have to think about what I'm going to eat or when I'm going to eat.
But in a way, that's why I feel like I get like, oh, my mind is so clear, so I want maybe to fast for longer. Like, how do you know the border that one should do? Like, how much should we do for Krishna?
Well, you have to be guided by Sadhu, Shastra and Guru. Sadhu, Shastra and Guru, we should be guided by spiritual authority. We shouldn't just do things independently, but it's better to work under the direction of spiritual authorities. And they can tell us what to do, how much to do, what's good, what's not good. They can give us the direction. Yeah, we need to have that guidance. So the guidance is there. Sadhu, the holy man, the Shastra, and Guru. And Guru can be also Shiksha Guru or Diksha, different people. You can have more than one Guru. But we have to consult with them and ask them what they think. And that's better. Because if we just do things according to our own mind, we don't know how good, is it right or not? Will it be good or not? So it's better to be guided by some people. You must have had some gurus there in Echo Village, in Govardhan Echo Village.
Yeah, I have my yoga philosophy teacher who I sometimes ask, but
Okay.
sometimes it's just so hard to know like how much to ask for guidance.
Yes. Anyway, you don't have to be shy about it. You definitely, we do need to ask these questions, kind of questions. That's the business, the relationship between the teacher and the student, that the student will put questions to the teacher. That's understood. As a good student who will ask questions. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says like that. Have you read the Bhagavad Gita?
I'm currently reading it.
You're reading it?
Chapter 9.
So in chapter 4, text 34, Lord Krishna says, just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual teacher. Inquire from him submissively. So inquire from him. You have to put questions to him. And he can reveal to you everything. So this is the process of advancing, getting knowledge, that we inquire. We want to know, what about this? So, teacher will be happy when the student comes with good questions. The questions should be about, they shouldn't be challenging. They should be genuine. The student genuinely wants to understand something. The teacher will be happy. So you're chanting also? Huh? How many rounds you can chant?
16.
Huh?
16. Some during Samashtakam I try to chant at least 16. But yeah,
Very good. Are you living alone?
Yes. But I'm going to the temple because I'm working 60%. I go to the temple from Wednesday to Sunday.
Which temple?
To Zurich temple, I missed when you were there actually because I was in Sweden. I visited my family.
Where?
I was in Sweden the past 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
But I usually go to Zurich temple.
Zurich temple?
Yes. From Wednesday to Sunday because I work.
You go to Zurich temple. But you're here in Geneva now.
Yes.
You're staying here in Geneva?
No, I stay in almost 3 hours from here. 3 hours from here and 3 hours from Zurich, so
Oh,
yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah, I came from Sweden last evening, so yeah, I thought that I should
A
come.
long
for-
way.
Yeah,
How did you come?
to here
Yeah,
by train.
by train.
Yes, but I missed my first bus.
Huh?
I missed my first train. That's why I came a bit late.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. My family lives in Sweden.
your family is in Sweden?
Yes.
We have temples in Sweden.
Yes,
You go there?
I went there.
Really?
Yeah, in
Which-
Bromma. And I went in Bromma and I also stayed one night because my sister, she lives near Stockholm. So it was very, very nice.
Really?
Yes, I really loved it. I really miss because I stayed at my family for 2 weeks, I felt like if you just want to go back to the temple because it feels like home.
Which temple in Sweden?
The one in Bromma, the new Radha Krishna temple, not the Ambik, not the.
No, Ambika's good.
No, the Bromma one.
I went to Korsnärsgård.
Oh, you did?
Korsnärsgård, yeah.
Oh, really?
I went there.
No, I wanted to go, but you had to have a car. There was no bus.
I went, it was quite a while ago now I went there. But then just last year I went to Sweden also. I went to the farm.
Yes, the Ambik. Yes.
It's about 1 hour out from
Yeah,
Stockholm.
that's the one that I couldn't because you have to have a car.
Yeah,
Yeah, there were no buses.
yeah. There's a community of devotees there. They have some cows. But there's a temple in the city also, a small place. I went there also.
Yes.
Nice.
It was very lovely.
Yeah, Sweden. They have nice devotees there.
How much time does it take for you to come here from your place?
Almost 3 hours, 2 and 40 minutes, yeah.
2.5 hours?
Yeah, 40 minutes, yeah. Yeah.
2
But
hours,
yeah,
40 minutes.
Yeah. I thought it was shorter for some reason because it's like Seer, it's in the other, but
Which
it's
place? What's the name?
Seer,
CL.
Seer.
Is after
It's near Visp, if you know where Visp is. Matterhorn, maybe no. It's towards the mountains, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's the same, I mean, to Zurich it's 3 hours and here it's 2 hours and 40, so.
Okay, you can say 30 minutes.
Yes.
You speak French?
No, I don't. And I don't speak German either.
Really?
I need to learn
How do you manage?
English.
And just English is enough to get by.
Yeah. I mean, I studied before and now I'm working. So at work we only speak English.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you do?
I work in a pharma company. Yeah.
Pharma company,
Yeah.
pharmacy, drugs,
Yes.
medicine. Oh, okay. They have a factory?
Yeah, or we make like drugs for other companies, so we are just distributing.
Oh.
But,
Are you a pharmacist?
No, I work mostly like it's computer work, so I don't do the drugs themselves.
Oh.
But I studied biochemistry before, so
Oh, you studied biochem before? Oh, okay, that's helpful. With all the chemical, all the,
yeah, I just don't feel like this is what I'm going to do. So I'm working 60%, so I can also go to the temple. Yeah, I don't.
yeah, you should teach yoga. Be a yoga teacher.
Yeah, I'm so happy to hear that actually.
Okay, any questions here?
Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances of Guru Srila Prabhupada. Can you hear me okay, Gurudev?
Yes.
I'm audible?
Yeah, I can hear you, very clear.
Yeah. Okay. Guru Maharaj, I have one question. we know this is about Smarta Brahmanas in India. So Gurudev, we know that they don't accept Srimad Bhagavatam. You said in your lectures on Harinama Chintamani, I remember, that they accept, there are some Brahmanas which accept Vedas only. So Shruti, and they said Srimad Bhagavatam is Smriti and we don't accept it. So, but in Srimad Bhagavatam mostly said that Vaishnava is the highest level of a devotee. And so, if they don't accept Srimad Bhagavatam, does it mean that they don't accept Krishna as a personality of Godhead?
Yes.
Yes. They worship Vishnu or...
Well, usually these people are Mayavadi or, impersonalists, usually. They will think all the gods are one. Ultimately, they think everything is one. So Krishna is one, and Brahma is another, and Shiva is another, and they're all one, and they're all God. And some smarter Brahmanas, they don't even believe in God. Sometimes they're just materialists,
Gurudev, but if they are impersonalists, how may it be that they accept Vedas? Because the Vedas, in Veda, there are nothing about impersonalism.
No, Vedas, there's a lot of impersonal, just like in Ishopanishad. The Vedas, the Upanishads are from the Vedas, and the Upanishads are often speaking in impersonal ways. It's just like Ishopanishad, it never mentions Krishna. It doesn't mention Krishna, just says the greatest of all, unembodied, beyond reproach. So many different ways they talk about the Supreme Lord, but they don't identify the Supreme Lord. And so they just speak about the Lord in a very vague manner. They will never actually describe that there's a person. So you can see that the people, there's many different other societies. They're Brahmagyanis. They'll lecture from the Vedas or they'll lecture from the Upanishads. Then they will only speak about impersonalism, and the goal of the impersonalism is liberation, mukti. That's how they talk. Their interest is simply liberation, and the liberation they want is sayuja mukti, becoming one or merging into the Brahman. When they say ultimately everything is one, there's only the Brahman. So people who study the Vedas, often they have that kind of conclusion. It is said in the Brahma Samhita that it's very difficult to know Krishna from the Vedas. In the Brahma Samhita it says, Vedeshu Durlabham. Very difficult to know Krishna from the Vedas. You want to know Krishna, you have to hear from the devotee. But from the Vedas, very difficult to understand Krishna.
So Guru Maharaj, do they make Vaishnava Aparadha if they do like this? If they don't accept Vaishnava as the highest, or they don't accept Krishna?
Vaishnava Aparadha. Well, Vaishnava Aparadha. They just have, it's not that they're openly offensive, they just don't, they have a different philosophy, they have a different understanding. And see, they accept the absolute truth as being Advaita, as being one, just simply one, Brahman. So that is one aspect of the absolute truth. It's not wrong to think, to say Brahman, you know, everything is Brahman. It's stated there also, Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. Everything is Brahman. So it's not wrong, there's no offense. But, you know, we have a different, but we take things further. We see everything is one, but at the same time it's also different. And so the absolute truth is, it's Brahman, and it's also Paramatma, and it's also Bhagavan. There are different stages of realizing the absolute truth. So if we say the absolute truth is Brahman, it's not wrong, it's okay. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. But there's more to understand. And so we try to convince them that there's something more than just only the Brahman.
But Guru Maharaj, can we convince them in how can we do it?
Well, just like the four Kumaras, they were Brahmagyanis, and they went to Vaikuntha, and when they met the Lord of Vaikuntha, then they were convinced. You know, so how can you convince people who are followers of Advaita? Lord Chaitanya, he convinced Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Lord Chaitanya convinced Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya by explaining the Atmarama Sloka and explaining Vedanta Sutra to him. And then finally Lord Chaitanya revealed his form of Satbhuj to him. And then he became convinced. And so, generally, philosophical discussion is very difficult to convince people. But, you know, if you let them chant the Mahamantra, let them chant the holy name, and if they will chant and if they will take part in the kirtan, and then prasadam, kirtan and prasadam, gradually people can be changed. But of course some people are very attached to that impersonal philosophy. They're very attached to that. They don't want to give it up. So we try to preach to people who are more open-minded, who are more interested in looking for something, trying to find something. We try to spend more time with them. People who are already fixed in their philosophy, very difficult to change them. They've already got their own philosophy, they've got their own ideas. Then you can spend a lot of time arguing with them and you get nowhere.
Yes, Gurudev.
So we have kirtan and we have prasadam. Distribute prasadam and have nice kirtan, and gradually, you know, they can also become attractive.
So Guru Maharaj, but some of them, they were anyway very offensive to Vaishnavas. We know, for example, some of them, they were very against Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur or Bhaktivinoda Thakur when they preached to everyone. And they throw stones in the Harinam and so on. What will be their destiny after the death?
Well, it depends what they did, you know. Certainly if they do something like throw stones and like that, then that's not good. And you definitely get some karmic reaction for that. But, you know, you have to accept, you know, that they have their own thinking, their own philosophical interpretation of the scriptures. You just have to leave them. Why should we spend time, waste time? We should look for people who are more interested to hear, rather than trying to argue with these people.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, you have your hand up. You have a question?
Your microphone is off.
You're muted. You're muted. I can't hear you.
Guru Maharaj, we have a question of Nitya Kumari Mataji in the chat. Can I read for you?
Well, wait, this other lady's trying to say something. She's, I don't know. You're still muted, Mataji. Who is it?
Mataji is unmuted, but we can hear her.
Oh, it's Nitya Kumari. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Nitya Kumari, yeah.
Nitya, Vaishnavi, Nitya Kumari is muted, you know. I can't hear her.
Nitya, unmute yourself.
Vaishnavi, she is unmuted, but we cannot hear her.
Yeah. You have to go out and come in, join in through video again. Or send the question through chat.
She already sent the question, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got the question? That,
Okay, can I read for you, Guru Maharaj?
Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah. Like when children ask me, does Krishna break the rules sometimes? Like for example, in Narasimha Avatar, to save Prahlad, Lord Krishna did not break the protocol of the bull given to Hiranyakashipu. By effectually he killed with his nails, with no weapons like that. But when Krishna stopped the Brahmastra to save Parikshit, did Krishna break the protocol of the Brahma Sutra's power to kill the destiny? Yeah? How should I answer them? This time, what is the word?
well, yeah, Krishna can, just like he gave benedictions to, Brahma gave benedictions to Hiranyakashipu that he could not be killed in different ways. So Krishna kept those benedictions. He didn't break any rules. He killed them, but the benediction was he could not be killed by any weapon. So it wasn't a weapon, it was just the Lord's nails. That's not a weapon. A weapon means a gun or a knife or a spear or something. So the Lord didn't use anything like that. He just used his own hands to kill him. So he didn't break any rules. He observed all the benedictions which Lord Brahma had given to Hiranyakashipu. Right? Hiranyakashipu wanted these benedictions, so Lord Brahma gave the benedictions, and Lord Krishna kept all those benedictions. And afterwards he told Lord Brahma, he gave him a row, and he told Lord Brahma, don't you give these kind of blessings again. You give me so much trouble. And that was why the Lord came in a form half man, half lion. Because he wanted the benediction, he could not be killed by any man or any animal. So he came half man, half animal. So Lord Krishna is very expert. He kept intact all the benedictions, all the rules. Right? Is that all right, Yuvati Sachi?
I think so, yes.
What was the other example she gave about?
About, just a moment, I will check. About the Parikshit Maharaj, did Krishna break the protocol of the Brahmastra's power to kill the, I don't know this word, destiny or destiny, to kill the, someone. So how should I answer them?
Well, actually what happened was when Aswatthama threw the Brahmastra weapon, he burned the body of the child, but then Krishna replaced that body with another body. And the soul can never be burned. The soul's never burned. So the soul of the child was still there, and Krishna just replaced the body with another body. So the Brahmastra weapon burned the body, but Krishna replaced the body with another body. So he kept everything intact. The Brahmastra weapon, got his target, but Krishna gave another body. He just replaced the body. Instead of a burned body, give a new body. Okay?
Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj.
Is there another question there?
No, Mataji said that she would like to explain to children in the school about this because sometimes they have some questions.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, children have good questions. Okay, so we will stop here today.
Thank you very much, dear Guru Maharaj, for your mercy.
Hare Krishna, Srila
So much
Prabhupada
wonderful
ki
things.
jai. Go back to Vrinda ki.
Jai.
Bhakti Vigna Vinash Narasimha Maharaj ki.
Srila
Jai.
Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, dear Gurudev, for your mercy.
Thank you for your mercy. What's your name, Mataji?
Daria?
Done.
Daria.
Dahlia.
Daria. Yes.
So you usually go to Zurich Temple.
Yes.
He also goes there.
Yes.
Yeah?
I met her in the temple, Guru Maharaj.
In Zurich.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I told her Geneva, she was so happy.
Oh.
So she
Yeah, because I
immediately
heard
told
that
she
you-
will come.
Yes.
Oh.
And after her trip, she came here. She'll be with us for the whole day today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Thank
Nice.
you so much for having
No,
me.
no, it's a pleasure.
Blessing. You mentioned before about only having attachment to Krishna.
Uh-huh.
Is it okay if we have attachment to like devotees or the temple? Or that's also considered?
Well, that's in relation to Krishna. Attachment to the temple, attachment to devotees. Those are all in relation to Krishna. Yeah. So it's okay. Yeah, we're attached to, somebody's attached to kirtan, somebody's attached to cooking, somebody's attached to prasadam, it's all in relation to Krishna.
So it's okay to have other attachments as well?
Hmm?
It's okay to have other attachments, or because sometimes I feel we should not have any, or that was my understanding in the beginning, that I should not have any desires, no attachments.
Well, no desire. You can't be without desire. You have to have desires. But the desires, we want to connect the desires in relation to Krishna. Desire in relation to Krishna. Don't desire anything just for our own sense gratification. You gotta connect it to Krishna.
So you can connect everything to Krishna, even for example your work, because
Yeah.
sometimes I feel it's so hard. I understand I can make money, I can donate, but I don't really see how I can do this, like my work for Krishna, how I can put Krishna in the center of my work.
Well, you're working for Krishna, you know, like you said, sometimes you need money for traveling to come to temple and like that. So it's all for Krishna. So you're working so that you can have money to travel, to go to temple, and all for Krishna. You could say the work is not related to Krishna, but the results of the work you're using for Krishna. Right? That's the point. The result, you have to live somewhere, you have to eat something, you have to have money to live. And so you use that to maintain your life for Krishna's service. You're doing it all for Krishna.
Because sometimes I feel like maybe why not just give it all and move to the temple?
Well, you can also do that if it's convenient. Yeah, if you're in that situation, that's nice. Yeah. But you have to be careful. Sometimes people do it, and then after some time they think, no, I think I want to move out again, you know. After they live in the temple for some time, then they think, I think I'd rather be on my own. Something. You have to do it with caution, you know, gradually. Like if, you know, go and visit the temple and stay there for short times and stuff, and be sure about it, you know. And because sometimes, you know, you give up a job and then it may be difficult to get another job. And that's the thing, you know, you give up. Sometimes people, they want to give up everything, and then after some time, then they regret it. So you have to be a little careful about that. I've seen many people, sometimes they come to Krishna consciousness and want to give up everything, but then after some time, then they, no, I want to go, they want to go back to the material world again. Or they just find it's not the way they thought it was going to be, you know. And so you just be careful.
Usually I stay from Wednesday or Thursday to Sunday in the temple, but it's just, sometimes I think I compare myself to the devotees that live in the temple because they do much more, and I feel like maybe I should also do that.
Live in the temple?
Yeah, the devotees that live in the temple.
Yeah.
Because I only stay from Thursday to Sunday in the temple. And sometimes I compare myself to the devotees that live in the temple, that stay there. Because they do so much more and I feel like I'm not doing enough.
Well, depends. You're doing Thursday to Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 4 days. Pretty good. It's not that you're not doing anything. You're certainly doing. Some people stay in the temple, they don't do very much. I don't know quite, I'm not very familiar with the Zurich temple, but I see some women, they come and go, different people, some there one day, next day they're all different, you know. I don't know what's going on there actually. But there seems, one day there'll be 10 women there, next day there'll be 2 women there, you know.
Depending on who is attending the morning program as well.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like maybe some of them come, they don't come for morning program, I don't know. Some of them come like the flower garland, they make the flower garland, so they come for the flower seva on Saturday or Friday or something. They come and make the flower garland for the deity. I'm just not very familiar with Zurich. I just spent a few days there. But yeah, I mean, if you're able to get to give yourself fully, of course you want to check with the management about it as well, the Zurich temple managers. You have to talk to the devotees in charge there and see what they think about it. we can advise you better. Because if you do that, what are you going to do in the temple? What service are you going to do? What do you usually do when you're there?
I usually clean, but I also do Tulsi Seva, and I clean in the pujari room as well. And then, yeah, I also help with prasadam, or making prasadam, because I'm not really good at
Cooking.
Yeah. And I also do the laundry for the babies.
Yeah, I mean, you have to know, what you're going to do, what service you're going to, how you're going to be involved there. So I think that's important, Like some devotees, they go out and sankirtan, distribute books,
Yeah, I also tried that, but it's so hard.
It's not very easy.
No, it's so hard.
Very difficult, yeah. And some devotees, they're doing the deity worship, that's also required, people to do deity worship. But cooking, of course, they always need people for cooking. You're a Swiss citizen now, are you?
I have like the B permit, so I can live here 5 years. Yeah.
And then after 5 years,
You just renew the permit, so it's after 5 years, another 5 years.
yeah.
But yeah, I plan to stay here. Yeah, I think I want to stay here. It's just a matter where I want to move near to the temple if I'm working, so I can be at
Definitely,
peace.
you need to move nearer the temple. That's definite, for sure. You want to be near, you can't be traveling 3 hours every time. It's too far away.
Are you sure?
You have to try to find some work nearby.